guys, welcome to another video of mine. In this video I have a very special childhood story for you, and for this story to make sense we need to go a little bit back. Okay, so I was about 6 or maybe maximum 8 years old, and we were in India for the holidays, and my mom had gotten me into these classes. Basically daily I had to go to this lady's house, which was a block away, to study for an hour and then come back home. Me and my friend from neighborhood, we had to go there for an hour to study. For this part to make sense to you, you need to know that in India there are a lot of stray dogs. You will find them everywhere, in this nook, in that corner, in this street. You may find some other animals also, okay? So I was still new to the idea of being around dogs, and I was a bit scared. And I think it is safe to say that after this incident, to this day I am still scared of dogs. So on that particular day, somehow my friend had a stick in his hand and he was just, playing around with it. And by the time we reached the street end and we had to go and we had to cross this street, the path, whatever it was, to go to where we had to go. And there were a lot of dogs there. There were about 3-4 dogs there. They were just there. They weren't doing anything. But I was still scared of them. So what my friend did, he tried to protect me. And in order to protect me, he tried to hush the dogs away. And usually when you hush a dog away, the dogs just stand up and then they go somewhere else, and then they continue to sleep or do whatever they were doing. In this particular case, the dogs, they started growling back at us, and that does not really happen. I just realized the camera died on me. I was so engrossed in the story I didn't even realize it. Anyway, where was I? So when we had started running to the lady's house, there were about 3-4 dogs, and they stood up and they started to follow us. And by the time we reached the lady's house, the lady's street, there were not 3-4, there were about 6 or 7 of them there, and they were growling and howling and barking at us. So we reached the street. If this is the street, here is the lady's house and here is the dead end. And the dogs had blocked the entrance of the street. Our plan was, we will go to the lady's house, we will enter the house and we will bolt it so the dogs can't come and chase after us, right? But when we reached the house, it was locked. There was no one there. We started banging at the door, open up, there are dogs chasing behind us, we're gonna die. But it seemed like no one was at home. So we ran to the end of the street, to the wall, and the dogs were advancing slowly, growling at us and just barking madly. And I thought I was gonna die. I was sure I was gonna die. I stood there with my back to the wall, and I remember I was thinking, I'm gonna die today. At the age of 8, I'm gonna die. And then I closed my eyes and I started praying. As soon as I started praying, the door of the house opened and the lady came out with a large broomstick in her hand, and she started hushing the dogs away, and the dogs were scattering away and they were not attacking us anymore. And that isn't even the main part. What happened next was, the lady who was hushing the dogs or shooing the dogs away with the broomstick had a cat, and I swear on everything I know, the cat came out of the house, she ran behind the dogs and she attacked the dogs. I swear. And she even scratched a dog's right butt. I was so surprised and so shocked, I had forgotten everything else. So we ran inside the house and then we didn't study anything that day. And I guess someone from home had to come and take us personally, because we weren't going back home that day. And that is the story for you guys. What would you have done? Would you have stood your ground? Would you have run like we did? Would you have gone back home? Would you have cried for help? What would you have done? If this video made you smile, or if this video even made your day a little bit better, please make sure to like this video, leave a comment for us, and please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week. Okay, thanks, bye.